Imagine this: a cold night, empty streets, a city trying to sleep. But some stories never sleep. There is one auto on the road. Driver's name is Ravi, middle-aged, tired, lost in thought, waiting at a signal near a haunted bungalow. People say strange things happen there. But Ravi, he does not believe in ghosts. Then a woman appears, wearing a red saree, face hidden behind her long black hair. She walks slowly and stops beside his auto. She whispers, soft and cold, "Bhaiya, will you take me to Krishna Colony? Some rides take you to places you cannot come back from." Welcome to the Red Saree Woman horror story of a haunted auto ride. It was a cold winter night, the streets of the city, almost empty, only a few autos moving. Slowly under the dim yellow lights, Ravi, a middle-aged auto driver, waited at a signal near an old colonial bungalow, known for strange stories. He looked at his watch and sighed, tired and ready to go home. Just then a woman dressed in a red saree walked slowly to his auto, her face half covered by her long hair. She whispered softly, "Bhaiya, will you take me to Krishna Colony?" Ravi nodded, though something about her voice made him uneasy. He started the engine and the auto began to move through silent lanes. The city seemed different tonight, the fog thicker, the roads longer. Ravi tried to make small talk, but the woman stayed silent. He looked into the mirror, but her reflection wasn't visible. Ravi blinked, confused, looked back, but she was sitting there quietly. He ignored the chill running down his spine and kept driving. Suddenly the streetlights began to flicker. The road seemed endless. He checked the rearview mirror again, but now the seat was empty. He stopped the auto, breathing heavily. Where did she go? There were no turns, no time for her to run. Suddenly a loud laugh echoed from behind him. He turned and saw her sitting right next to him inside the auto. Her face was not human anymore, her eyes pitch black, her smile stretched too wide. Ravi screamed and ran out of the auto, but the street was now completely empty. Even the lights were gone. Only darkness remained, and the auto's engine running by itself. A few hours later, a group of police officers found Ravi's auto near the same bungalow. Ravi was inside, his face frozen in terror, eyes wide open. He was dead, no wounds, no injuries, just fear. Locals say that woman was a spirit once killed in that bungalow. Every night, she takes an auto from that same corner, and the driver never returns. But the auto does always the same place, always empty, except for one thing: a red saree left on the back seat. One night, a curious young man named Arjun decided to test the legend. He sat at the same corner waiting for the mysterious passenger, his heart pounding with excitement and fear. Suddenly she appeared again, the woman in the red saree, silent, motionless, her eyes fixed on Arjun. She opened the auto door and stepped in without a word. Arjun started the engine and followed the dark road. The air grew colder and heavier. The city seemed to disappear behind them. Arjun tried to ask questions, but she never answered. Her presence felt like a shadow covering the auto. Suddenly the road vanished into a thick mist. The auto stopped in front of the old bungalow. The door creaked open by itself. Arjun stepped out and saw the woman vanish into thin air. Inside the bungalow, the air was heavy with silence. Arjun's flashlight flickered as he walked through the empty halls. Suddenly he heard whispers calling his name. He turned to run, but the doors slammed shut, trapped inside with the ghostly voice echoing. Arjun realized the legend was true. There was no escape. Days later, Arjun's auto was found parked at the corner, empty just like Ravi's, and the red saree lay folded neatly on the back seat, waiting for the next passenger. People whispered about Arjun's fate. No one dared to approach the haunted bungalow. Fear spread through the town like wildfire. One night, a brave woman named Meera decided to uncover the truth. She packed her bag and headed towards the bungalow alone. Determined to end the curse, Meera entered the dark house with only a candle in her hand. The shadows danced on the walls. Whispers grew louder, calling her name. She found old diaries scattered on the floor, stories of sorrow, pain, and betrayal written in shaky handwriting. The woman in red was trapped seeking revenge. Suddenly the candle blew out. Darkness swallowed Meera whole. A cold hand grabbed her shoulder. Meera screamed, but no one heard. Her fate was sealed like those before her. The curse had claimed a new victim. The town remained silent. The bungalow stood empty but alive with evil, waiting patiently for the next soul. One day a stranger arrived, unaware of the horror that awaited. He laughed at the locals' warnings. At night he took a ride in the auto. The woman in red appeared once again. The nightmare began anew. No one ever saw the stranger again. The cycle of terror continued endlessly, the red saree waiting for the next passenger. The nights grew darker and colder. Whispers of the red Saree haunted every corner of the town. Fear was now a permanent guest. A group of friends decided to uncover the truth. They made a plan to spend a night inside the bungalow. Bravery mixed with curiosity. As the sun set, the friends gathered at the old house, hearts pounding with every step they took, the air thick with tension. Inside the bungalow, shadows twisted and moved. Strange noises echoed through the halls. Something unseen watched them closely. One friend saw a flash of red fabric. The woman in red appeared near the broken mirror, her eyes burning with sorrow and rage. They tried to run, but the doors slammed shut. Trapped inside the house with the restless spirit, panic took over their minds. Voices whispered secrets long forgotten. The friends held hands, fighting their fear, determined to survive the night. As dawn approached, the spirit grew restless. The red Saree floated closer and closer. A chilling cold spread through their bodies. Suddenly, the front door opened. The friends rushed out, gasping for air, but the nightmare was far from over. Each friend started seeing the woman in red everywhere, in mirrors on the streets and in their dreams. The curse had followed them home. One by one, they disappeared mysteriously. The town grew silent again, afraid to speak. The red Saree had claimed new souls. A legend was born that no one could escape the curse. The haunted bungalow and the woman in red remained a terrifying tale, whispered in fear by every generation. The town never forgot, and the red Saree waited patiently for the next soul to cross her path. Inside the bungalow, shadows twisted and moved. Strange noises echoed through the halls. Something unseen watched them closely. A haunted hill station under a blood-red sky with all the friends, shadows fading one by one, except for one standing alone. Near an ancient tree covered in chains and skulls, the wind, howling through broken temple bells as the spirit of Baital watches from above with glowing eyes carved into the clouds. A final tear drops from the survivor's eye as darkness slowly consumes the land. The end. This story has now come to an end. If you enjoyed it and want to hear more thrilling and interesting horror stories, then don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my channel. Thank you for watching my video.